People say you have to have a lot of passion for what you're doing, and it's totally true. And the reason is because it's so hard that if you don't, any rational person would give up.
Yo, what's up and welcome back to Ep Vlogs. Last year, I recently spoke to somebody who I actually saw a sponsored post that was posted on Instagram, and I actually reached out to this person because I thought that, their canvases and their works of art looked pretty cool, and it was something similar to what I was actually going for at the time. If you look at my recent last video, I posted a video where I was talking about canvases and how I wanted to actually, start printing out canvases and selling them and stuff like that. So yeah, in the midst of me actually looking for people who were doing something similar, I actually came across this guy. You can actually check out his Instagram account. It's actually called Alex V Lee. I actually told him, I was like, hey, I love the type of work that you're doing, and I recently, just posted a video as well on YouTube talking about artworks and canvases and stuff like that. And I actually wanted to know how he got inspired, with starting out his artworks and stuff like that, and actually what keeps him going and stuff like that. So yeah, right after that, we chatted, and then eventually, he did send me like a whole text message, actually telling me how he started, and a lot of things that he went through as he started out, and what actually made him to gravitate a lot more into art and stuff like that, was something that I actually relate to, and I believe that a lot more people can actually relate to as well. So yeah, so as I'm talking right now, I'll actually be, sort of like reading for you guys, how he actually said he started out this journey and stuff like that. He said he started this journey, without really knowing how it was going to end up. It was just sort of like a hobby for him where, he sort of did it, every time maybe he was going through something to use as a distraction from whatever it is he was facing at that moment in his life. So yeah, he said he used to draw to distract himself from what was happening around him. That's when he started to gravitate a lot more into drawing. He says he used to draw a lot of scenes. He goes to a place where most of his school books were filled with drawings, pencil drawings, whatever he had access to at that time, if it was in class or something like that, he would always find himself drawing. We can all relate to as artists, we sort of share a similar journey when it comes to discovering that you are truly an artist and this is what you really want to do. But with him, it wasn't just about drawing, because he did end up painting on canvas and stuff like that, and that's when I actually discovered him. I discovered him because he was painting on canvas and stuff like that. So he says, with painting, he really got into it during his gap year. He had applied a few courses at university, and the course that he wanted to do was already filled at that time. So during his gap year, that's when he started experimenting with acrylic paint, acrylic on canvases, acrylic on paper. Those were the two things that he experimented on. So he still has his face acrylic painting that he did for the very first time. That's something that I should actually get him to send me. I wanna see that. He actually started trying to paint on clothing as well. He says that shirts are still his favorite fabric to paint on because they have a thin canvas feel to them. A month later, that's when he started to turn this whole thing into a business, and then he had a fallout with the person who he had started the business with, and this is something that I actually relate to as well. I did actually end up having a fallout with somebody who I thought was going to be with me in the long run in the business. I do relate on that part. This is business. Things don't always go well. But then anyway, he says he learned some things from that. He wasn't really earning the profit that he wanted, and it was one-sided. He carried on painting and drawing the paint, and he says the paintings I saw there on the sponsored post were from an assignment submission. I do like the fact that it seems like he's studying something similar to what he's actually passionate about. In the end, he did get accepted into the university he applied for. So I'm guessing the paintings I saw there were an assignment submission. So I don't know, probably a course is doing something like that, something that has to do with art. So yeah, man, it's something that's really dope, and I do plan on working with this guy in the future. I do plan on making a collaboration with him, and yeah, we're gonna see how that works out. If you like his artworks and stuff like that, I'm pretty sure he does sell his artworks or something similar to that. You can go and check him out on his Instagram. That's where I actually discovered him as well. He has a bunch of acrylic canvases out there with his paintings and stuff like that. So yeah, I do think this is really something cool. Even if you're starting a brand or whatever business it is that you're doing, always make sure that you connect with people who are doing something similar to a passion that you have. That way it helps you connect with people. It helps you explore different ways in which you can better or improve your artwork or stuff like that. So yeah, this whole video was just about that. It was just about me meeting this guy. I'm pretty sure you could have went into like in depth about how he started, the sort of challenges he came into and stuff like that, but in this summary, you can sort of like understand where he came from and his passion about art and stuff like that. So yeah, and you can actually see his passion in his artworks, in his acrylic artworks and stuff like that. If you would like to collaborate with him, or if you would like to purchase an artwork from him, as I said, his Instagram or all his social media stuff like that is going to be down in the description below. I'm also going to put it up on screen. I'm actually going to keep on looking out there and seeing people who inspire me, people I want to work with, people who you can potentially also end up working with and stuff like that. He did say that he likes painting on shirts, fabrics and stuff like that. You can actually try and see if you can collaborate with him in that aspect and see if maybe you can make some pretty cool t-shirts for your brand or stuff like that, or jean jackets. Jean jackets are like an item that really works well with acrylic painting and stuff like that, especially on the back. So yeah, you can try to do something like that with him or stuff like that. What I'm going to do though with him is I'm going to collaborate with him when it comes to canvases. I'm going to try and see if we can make an artwork where both our interests are going to be on the artwork, and we can try to see what we can do with it from going from there onwards. So yeah, this is me signing out. This is all I got for you guys for now. I'll be back.